Hello, back again to this course. If you find out that my in the video sound is unstable, which is sometimes the volume is low, sometimes the volume is so high, I'm really sorry. This is because my laptop has changed the sound volume without my permission or something. I'm not sure, but I'm really sorry about that. And I think we can go right for the 10 episode in this course. I wanted to share about you. I'm sorry, let me check. We can try with this project, the Golang Microservices one. And then if you can see, last thing we working on the bug fixing, which is the episode 9, and then in this 10 episode we are working to try to implement the soft delete, and then pagination, sorting, and file upload. We will cover that all in this course. I think first is the soft delete, and then pagination, and then sorting and file upload. What is soft delete? Which we are soft delete means that we are not delete from the DB literally. We are not deleting that our data from the DB, but we are with a timestamp included at the column. Yeah, this is guarantee the referential integrity. This is correct. The AI said that guarantee the referential integrity, but for me, I would call this is we don't want to delete the important data, such as the transfer history, and then the user data. No, the user data, but the user mean that if the user data, the ledger, the user data ledger, I mean that if we delete the user, maybe if we delete the user literally, we will face that the error for the foreign key, right? Foreign key. And also in the future, if the user back to our no, that can be register new one, but we are not going to delete our data, our important data such as transfer history, because that would be bad for us. If imagine if we have a financial report, and then the financial report is missing something because the foreign key is error. So if we delete from user with this literal query to delete is not so good for us, right? And then yeah, I think we can do the soft delete. Soft delete can be is deleted as a true or false, but for me, for now, for our project, we will go with the, instead using is underscore deleted, we use deleted at, which mean nullable, and if has time, then it should be deleted. It should be flagged as deleted. Okay, and then also we're going to working on the pagination and sorting. This is so important because imagine if we have 1,000 million data. It will be so long, so slow and so long for the query, and it affect our API response to client. It will be not good as well, so we do the pagination and sorting. And the file I plot is just basically I just want to share how to save the avatar or profile picture into our system. How to do that. Yeah, okay. I think this is what we want to cover in this episode, and I hope you guys still interested of this course, because I wanted to share from the bottom and from the bottom problem, and then also for the industrial problem, but I'm not sure I cover it all of this course, because my experience is also not quite enough as a software engineer in the best company out there, but I will try to make it as complete as I can. So I'm really sorry if in this course we lack of everything, but I hope you guys still learning something in this episode, in this course, and in this playlist YouTube. Yeah, okay, I think that's all the introduction of this course. I think we go to the coding part. Yeah, so first we want to modify the repository of the user. I want to create a soft delete in here, the user repository. We doesn't implement soft delete yet, but we want to soft delete in here, and then id should be string and return an error. Okay, and then after that we create here in the bottom func our MySQL. This repository should be copy paste our function here, and then we query update users set deleted area equal to now, where id is question mark. Okay, and then underscore error execute db.execute context and ctx query and id. This should be okay, and then we go to the query params for the pagination and filtering in the transaction domain. I think we go to the transaction model and we create pagination.go package model, I think, and then type pagination param should be struct, and then we go to the page integer form page default equal 1, and then after that limit default equal 10 should be okay, and then short into string should be short default created short, and the default is created at, and then the order should be order default descending. Okay, and then the status, status should be string form status, and optional filter status. Okay, and then the paginations, we don't need this one. I think we still need this. Should be pagination meta. Want it as a pagination meta, and page integer page JSON page, and then integer limit should be integer only, and then so limit the total should be integer 64, the total and this page, and then this page. This should be integer only. Okay, I think this one. Okay, I want to create func p the pagination params should be offset integer return p dot pitch -1 and then p dot limit times p dot limit, and then this type paginated response should be struct, and we're going to success should be boolean and JSON as a success. We should data currently any, I think any is okay. JSON okay, data, and then meta pagination meta, and then the JSON meta. Okay, I think okay. This is not good. Any is not good. You should use interface, but currently because we have a limited time, yeah, we can just create any first, yeah. But in the real world, you cannot use any. We should have struct or interface for this, and I think we are not covering in this course, but you can try with the AI, with an AI tools if you want. Later, I wanted to ask this should be low first, and is it good? Is this good? Maybe it's not good. I want to share how they are responding to us, yeah. And then what I keep using any is simple and flexible, but perfectly and very common is interface, and any is this one is used to generic type safe, but I think we are stick to the any for now. Okay, you can find any literature lah in the internet, yeah, maybe later. Okay, so we are going to go to the repository, which is transaction repository.go. Okay, I wanted to create new one, get history, which is context, and then wallet ID as a string, and then params model.pagination params, and model transaction and then the response is model transaction, and then not pagination meta, but I want it as integer 64. Okay, now we are don't forget to copy paste. Now we are adding here func r MySQL transaction history repository, and then like this we paste, and then we counting total data for meta pagination, meta. Okay, so count query, select count from transaction where sender wallet ID asterisk question mark, or receiver wallet ID also question marks, and var total should be integer 64, and then var error as an error, and then if param dot status is not empty string, this is for this is for filtering, right? And then we count query concurrency, and status should be question mark as well, and error should error.db.query row context ctx country query count query wallet id params.status and scan to total, and else we go to error as r.db also query row context, but this one only context, and count query and wallet id and scan to total, only this one. And if error not nil, we return nil and 0 and error. The second step is we are going to get the paginated data, use sort and order. So important is use whitelist for sort and order to prevent SQL injection. Yeah, okay, so sort column should be created at SQL injection is like hacking or something, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's inject your DB and to get your data. It should be also called hacking, yeah, maybe, but it will make our database leak. So make sure use question marks as well for preventing the SQL injection. So we continue. Params.sort sort equal amount should be sort column column should be amount, and if sort order equal to descending should be if params.order should be first sort order is descending. If param orders equal ascending, we can change the sort order as to be ascending. Okay, and now I want to make a query. This is con query, and we are going to use the query and select ID and sender wallet ID and receiver wallet ID and amount, description, item potency, key, status, and created at I think I forgot to tell you, but we should not use select asterisk. Yeah, we need to don't use it as we can, don't use it anywhere as we can. So if we could leave the select asterisk, we should don't use select asterisk. Okay, just that. From transaction where sender wallet underscore ID, okay, or receiver wallet underscore ID equal to question marks. Okay, then we for rows as sql.rows, and if I add one more here, if params.status empty string, not empty string. We need to add more here, query plus and status, and then order by should be plus sort column, and then plus sort order, sort column, sort order, plus limit asterisk offset asterisk. Yeah, this is should be okay. Rows error, no, use this one, db.query context. We pass the context, pass the query, pass wallet id params dot limit and params dot offset. Okay, if else we do the others. If status is empty string, we just query order by sort column plus sort column plus sort order, and then limit offset, and then rows db query context query wallet id params limit param offset. Yeah, and the status should be param status here. We forgot param status dot in here, should be context query because we have this one, right? And status question marks. This is with limit and offset, so limit and offset is the last, and then the status. And here we don't have status, so only limits and offset. Okay, I think this is good. So if error not nil, I think we return nil and 0 and error, and then defer rows dot close. Okay, this don't forget. Yeah, var the xs equal to model the transaction, and then the xs transactions should be for rows dot next, and var the model dot transaction and farm sender sql dot null string, and then error rows dot scan t dot id, and then sender, and then t dot receiver wallet id. Like this. We need to make it more readable thing, and then t dot amount, don't forget, and then t dot description, t dot idempotency key. Okay, t dot idempotency key, wait, t dot idempotency key, t dot status, and t dot created at. And then right now, if we have an error, if error is not nil, we return nil, 0 and error. And then if sender is valid, we should t dot sender wallet equal to sender string, and txs dot append and t. Okay, and then return txs total and nil. Okay, this one should be good. And then we create in our handler in service first, in service and handler. I think the service is we need to create the get history. Get history should be context dot context, and user ID string params model dot pagination params, and the rate return is model transaction, and this should be model dot pagination meta, model transaction, model pagination meta, and then an error. Okay, so we create the function as transaction service as a get history context, yeah, model transaction, model pagination meta, and error. Yeah, I think this one should be okay. And then here, okay, so wallet and error as dot wallet repo dot get by user ID, so this context and then user ID, and then if error not nil, return nil custom error, yeah, custom error. Okay, we have custom error here, so I think okay, but the error is not status not found, wallet not found, status, yeah, this one should be okay. And then max limit, if params dot limit more than 100, this should be params dot limit 100, yeah, so this preventing the limit is to be 200, 300 or anything, yeah. And then txs total and error, yeah, we get from tx repo and get history context wallet.id params, and then if error is not nil, we are going to return nil, and custom error should be internal server error. Okay, then total page, this total pages should be integer total, integer 64 params dot limit, if total modulo integer 64 of params dot limits is not equal 0, so total pages plus. Then meta model dot pagination meta, so and then we have page here, params dot page limit is params limit, total is total, and then total page is total pages, so return txs meta and nil. Okay, we go to the handler now, and handler.go, we add transfer, and we add a get history in here, func age transaction handler, we get history, see that in context. Okay, and then user ID then c dot get user ID. I think we need exist, yeah. Okay, we copy here, it's no problem, we just copy here one user ID, and then for params should be model dot pagination params, and if error of bind query, we can let me check lah. No, it should bind query params, and error nil is custom error, I want bad request, but this should be invalid input and error. Then this one, txs meta error hsvc get history request context user id string params, and then if error nil, see error return, and then if not, that's okay. I'm not using X. I'm really sorry AI. I won't use model.paginated.respond. I'm sorry AI ya. Success true, data txs and meta should be asterisk meta. Okay. Yeah, I think this should be okay, but we're going to go to the cmd main.go, mean that we are working on this. I want to create protected transaction history, the handler dot get history. Is this correct? Yeah, we go here, get history, transactions history, and go to the history. So maybe we can try, right? Yeah, we can try this one. About the delete users of delete, has we already implement this one? Wait, we test this one first lah ya, the history first, and we copy, duplicate lah thing, and then we get history. We can none because we don't need this one. History transaction history, and if we try, okay, should be error because we not go run cmd main.go. Okay, we try invalid token because the token is expired, and then we should log in again, but I want it to have this invariable token, so later I only change in here, and the transaction history should be bearer is token. Okay, yeah, then we got the data, test transfer. Okay, good. So we are need to create the soft delete API, right? If I'm not mistaken, we are not working on it yet. Soft delete to this. Okay, I wanted to commit this first and ask AI to do the soft delete for us. Okay, so we check out dash p should be feature 010. What I want to do is soft delete, and I want to generate it first. This should be implementation transaction history with pagination and add user soft delete functionality. Oh yeah, this one should be meta. We have page limit, total, and data page. We have this meta which is the soft delete that we have already implemented. So I want to commit this one and I want to publish. Okay, then I want to ask, please implement, hours of delete is in the repository.user.go repository go. Please implement the soft delete. Please implement this. Is this working? If not, what should we add? Okay, we waiting, and then while we are waiting, I wanted to share about the migration, right? Because the migration of the user, if we already try last time, the user don't have any avatar in here, avatar column. So I want to create a new db migration. I want to migrate, create ext. This should be create a new file, db migrations, and then should be add increment the name of the data, of the file migration. I want add avatar URL to users. Okay, we have already have this one, and I want to create other table. This is for the app, and this is done. This is for the app, and other table, users, add column, avatar URL, and varchar should be to 55 null after password hash. Okay, after password hash is the name of the column is after password hash, and then outer table for the down table, users, drop column, avatar URL. And I want to create the migrate minus path should be db migration, and database, this is database that last time we create, go wallet user and go wallet password at tcp localhost 3306 and go wallet and up. Fail to open the database in file. The database should be have slash in here, I'm sorry, and we go, and then we try to check in our users table. We will have the avatar URL in here. Okay, so the anti-gravity also has been responsive. It is now functional. To make it work, we need to add following components: cascades of delete for wallets, this one, MySQL get user by ID should be does not checks if the wallet is soft deleted, so where user ID, so we need to add deleted add is null, so n deleted add is null. Okay, in here, and is this correct? I want to check, is this correct for number 1. And then the second one is we need to expose the delete method in service.go. So delete method in service.go. In here, user service, here we should create a delete account, and here we will try to func as user service delete account. I just copy paste here, wait, okay, and then user repo get by ID, and if not user not found, and then soft delete should be here, and internal server error. What's wrong with this? Soft delete is update user, so okay, I think. And then handle layer integration. Handle layer integration mean that we need to go to the handler and then deleted account, at the deleted account in context. Yeah, I think here func its user handler should be right here. ID c param should be if error. Yeah, I think this one. Okay, param c dot param or c dot get, I think, because we need to have this one as a user that has logged in. Yeah, because we don't want to make the other user deleted other user, so we need to, oh yeah, this guy is want to delete himself. Then okay, see, then user ID, get the user ID, and then deleted account. I think this should be okay, and we add the protected account in here in cmd main.co. I'm sorry, user me.delete. Okay, this one should be like this to make it readable, and I want to Golang cmd main.go, and here I want to check no error. I want to register another guy, which is freelance and email, maybe email, and yeah, this guy is okay. And then I log in with an email, and then I wanted to copy the token, and then I want to duplicate here. We delete account, and this should be delete, and user me, users me. Okay, this one. Okay, users me, and I want to check in here if the email also in here. Yes, email is in here, and we want to try to delete his account. Missing token, out is missing, so we need the out header authorization, and then bearer, and then token. Okay, account deleted successfully with 200. Okay, I think we have a different data. I think deleted account is should be not status deleted. Wait, status. Okay, status http status deleted. What is that? HTTP no content maybe, or accepted. Yeah, but now we are working on the most common standard is 204 with status, so we status no content maybe. Okay, and then we check here, is he still can log in, invalid credential, wrong email or password. Okay, so I think this good, because the login one should be not working if he is not is he not wrong email plus password, is he not registered or deleted. Yeah, user not found, we check with here, get by ID in here. with the deleted add is null. Okay, this one is okay, good. I think this one is good. Okay, I think we go to the another scenario, which is I want to generate this first. Add avatar. Wait. This should be stage. Wait, I want to stage this change first. Stage change generate. Stage change git status ya. Should be git restore, git add. This is I don't want to add the migration first, so git add, git commit dash m. Wait. Undo git add. How to unstage? Okay, maybe I will unstage here, unstage change, and git commit dash m should be implementing delete, soft delete. Okay, and then we check here the deleted as is this one, yeah, not null, so this is okay. And then we go to the implementation. The next implementation is update avatar. I want to go to the user repository for now. User repository, I close all first. User repository, cancel, close others maybe, and then user repository is here. Update avatar here. Update avatar context id string and path string. I want it as an error. Func RMSQL update avatar under update set avatar URL where id and deleted add is null, and then the r.execute context, and then in the service repository path, this is path, right? Path is avatar URL, and then id is where the id is, yeah, okay, should be okay. The service is update avatar. Here we want to create update avatar should be context id string and path string, okay. And then here update avatar context, okay, and then user error. No, I think just written as .repo user repo avatar as user repo update avatar, okay. And then in the handler we add avatar method. Is this okay only like this? I think we can try first, because sometimes we need one like user get repo error, right? Is nothing lah, because no need, because we have already implement this one, where id and then deleted is null. I think this cover, yeah. We just need to make it simple. And then handler, we go here before deleted account, func h.user handler, and then upload avatar and see gains context. And then yeah, first we want to get the user ID, mean that get from the JWT, and then get the file from request multipart, and then file error c.form file avatar, and then if error not nil, c.error custom error, new error, invalid file should be, and file avatar, please upload the file avatar, an avatar. Okay, this one should be okay. And then we need to validate the file format here. If size file dot size more than 2 times 241024 c dot error, this should be under 2 megabyte. Invalid file less than 2 MB, yeah, correct. And then bad request, and then validate file content type xt file path, and xt should be file name ext. If ext is not JPEG or JPEG or PNG, yeah? JPEG or PNG, invalid file format, please upload. Okay, this one good. New app error, invalid extension. Okay, maybe yeah, file or extension is okay. And then we the folder for saving should be upload dir upload. Okay, and then this one s.mkdir all, make directory of upload dir, and os.modpem, and then rename the file based on user ID, yeah, to not conflict. So file name user ID string user ID dot string plus ext, and dst should be file path, and then join, and then upload directory, and then file name. Save the file. If error, c.save uploaded file dst destination, error new, return status I think internal server lah. Okay, and then update user avatar URL not UTL. Okay, should be /uploads plus file name, and then if error h.svc.update avatar c.request context user ID string avatar URL, and if error not nil, we return error internal server, and then avatar updated successfully, and then the avatar URL should be avatar URL with this one. Okay, I think that's all. And add the to main.go, which is where the user here protected dot post should be user's avatar, and handler dot upload avatar. I think yeah, this one should be okay. We go run and then upload avatar, duplicate, upload avatar, and then avatar here, yeah, user's avatar. We login first with the free run maybe, yeah, and then we copy to here. We upload file multi-part. It should be body form data, should be no, not delete account, but upload avatar should be avatar, and the file, and then select file, and think I want to go find avatar, no, png file for profile avatar. I think this one, we have license here, free, this one lah, should be lah ya. Open image in new tab and delete thing, save images here, images, okay, and then in Postman we try to add file from here, and then missing out, we need to add authorization and barrier token, and then avatar updated successfully. If we try here, avatar URL is already here, and then if we try to find in the internal data in the monolith, we have a folder avatar, and here is the uploaded file. Okay, I think that's is cover all we need, and I want to implement user avatar, but I think the git ignore should have an avatar, yeah, uploads folder upload should not have been uploading, yeah. So generate, then commit, and then syncs, and then we pull rec. Don't forget to pull rec every time we already push, we should pull rec. And yeah, I think that's all for now, and see you in the next video. Don't forget to merge and check out to master and git pull, yeah. Thank you.